Warning. What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Chad.
God is looking for someone real. People are looking for something real. Just be real. We are your hosts, Daniel Lewis, Brother Chad Hudson.
Hello.
And we have a very special guest with us here today. If you are from Patrick County, you have seen this lady's name all over every road, just about. There are placards and billboards and posters and all kinds of good stuff out there. And we're here to promote her on find out more about her here on the Be Real podcast. Her name is Miss Morgan Boothe. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, good to have you. I know you're a little nervous, and that's okay. Me too.
Yeah.
So we're in the same
first podcast.
Oh, first podcast. Yeah, mine too.
Well, there's two things. Your first podcast?
Well, one of the first ones. I can't lie. I got to be real. So it's my 22nd podcast, Chad.
22nd. Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm still nervous.
We're doing things.
We're doing things.
Are you nervous, Morgan?
A little bit.
You'll get over it.
Yeah.
It'll go away.
So,
Two things I want to ask real quick.
yep.
One, who's on your campaign? Who you got helping you? Because your signs are everywhere. I mean, you go down 57, you see your signs. You go up the mountain, you see your signs. You guys are making your rounds, huh?
We're busy.
Doing a good job.
Yeah. I have about 20 people helping me. So
20 people.
There we go.
Really?
That's how you win an election.
Patrick County people
it's
stick
good to know
together.
people. That's right.
Yes. So we kind of want to start out at the beginning, at the very beginning of your life, I guess, kind of an interrogation.
Wait, hold on. We're going to go back to that. My second question. I had two.
Oh, yeah, you had to. I'm sorry.
What are you running for?
Clerk of court.
Clerk
of
of court.
Now, what does that do? What does that job pertain?
That's a very broad question.
Oh, sorry.
We do a lot of different things. I guess first and foremost, we're the keeper of the records. So we have records from 1791, the beginning of the county.
1791.
Yeah, it started in 1793.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
you got 2 years ahead of the county there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marriage records. Is that what you're talking about?
Marriage records, deeds, wills, oaths of office.
Really?
Yeah.
Any pictures up there that I could get some copies of?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
There's a lot of pictures up there. There's pictures of
We have
what?
some pictures. Just different.
Just old pictures?
Just
Random
old pictures.
stuff.
We
That's
have
what I need to do.
Old newspaper.
That's what I need to get
We need
into
that
right
on the
there.
show.
Yeah, it's good to have friends.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, we see your name all over the place. You don't get to through those billboards and little, what do you call them, signs on the side of the road. You don't get to know who you are.
Right.
So I invited you out here. We invited you out here to get to know you.
Yeah.
Because you want to be known, and why should people get your vote?
Well,
But wait a minute. That's not a question. I'm sorry.
okay.
Let's start at the very beginning. Where are you from?
Stewart, Virginia.
Stewart, Virginia.
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Stewart. Mm-hmm. So you went to Stewart Elementary School?
I went to Hard Reynolds, actually.
So you're not from Stewart?
Well, I'm on the line.
You're
Patrick
on the-
Springs. Stewart.
Patrick Springs.
Patrick Springs.
Yeah.
Well, I got a loan for a boat that we got, and I just got a call today that said that my address didn't line up with the address they had on, and I'm a Patrick Springs, but what they had on file was Stewart.
Yeah.
And I was explaining, there's no way I live in Stewart. I mean, there's no way I passed the post office to get to my house at Patrick
Right.
Springs.
Right.
And I'm almost at the Kreitz line.
Yeah.
But they,
Well,
they had me down.
M&M's, now Circle K Kreitz, it's got a Stewart address.
So, So where
Yeah,
you're from,
that's pretty
Stewart,
much me, too.
Patrick County. I like saying Patrick County. You're from Patrick County,
Yes.
right?
But anyway, starting out Patrick Springs. Where about in Patrick Springs? Because we're talking to the people in Patrick County. They know Patrick Springs. Hopefully, most of them, I would say.
Yeah, right below M&M's, actually.
Okay.
Right on
cool.
58.
Yeah. Abram Penn Highway or the other way? Stella
other way.
Loop, Ayers Orchard.
Right before you get to Santa Claus Lane, if you're coming from that way.
Oh,
She's a neighbor.
Yeah,
there you
we're
go.
neighbors.
Oh, neighbors there. Yeah. Right on 58 then.
We're not only neighbors.
You're not only neighbors?
No.
What else?
Katie and her are cousins.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
got some kin folk on the.
That's right.
We got to behave ourselves then.
Why is that?
Because you're kin.
Hey, no one knows.
We're not in Georgia, Chad.
No one knows. No one knows my shenanigans like Ken. No. But anyhow, so you're from Patrick County,
Patrick County.
and now
Born and raised.
You
Born
work.
and raised.
You work in the office there, don't you?
I do.
So you're already involved with what's going on there. So that's a good candidate to have.
Yeah, I've been in the office since 2017, and this past November, Judge Marcus Brinks actually appointed me interim clerk.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I've been doing the clerk job since November, and I mean, election time will be a year of doing the
Yeah.
actual job.
And I think that that's what people need to know is
yes.
you're doing the job.
Yeah.
So why not elect you?
Because we see other signs with other people's names on it. Your opponents.
They're
who
not
are-
doing the job.
They're
They
not
want
doing,
to do the job.
They're not doing the job right now. You're actually the interim
Right.
doing the job,
Right.
That's
and
great.
you're running.
Yes.
So how many other opponents do you have? I've seen, I think, 1, 2 other signs, maybe
Yeah. Two others.
2 other ones. So there's 3 running for clerk of court
Yes.
of Patrick County,
Yes.
and you're Morgan Boothe.
I'm Morgan Boothe.
Yes. So tell us what does the job involve? I guess you could say, since you're doing it. What do you do?
Well,
I'm sorry.
She keeps the
You wanna-
records.
it's a lot of.
She keeps records. I heard that,
Keeps
but I
the
mean,
records,
just like
man.
We're responsible for any land recordings. We record those. Concealed handgun permits. Civil,
hey.
Everyone should go get
and
one
the crowd
of those.
goes wild.
Go get them. Right. Everyone needs one of those.
Hey.
And civil and criminal court proceedings, filings.
Really? Okay. So y'all are based right there in the bottom of the old courthouse? Is that where your office still is?
Yep.
How many people work there?
Right
That you know
now,
of.
it's let's see, me, Peggy Smith, Deborah Augustine, Lisa Michaels, and we just hired a new girl, Brooke Westmoreland. So
Okay.
5 of us.
5 of you doing the whole thing for a county of what, around 17,000?
That's the
And a
last time I
half.
checked.
Yeah, last time you checked there. Let me ask you this question. Your other 2 opponents, do they work in the office?
No, they do not.
Have they ever worked in the Patrick County office?
No.
No. Okay. Well,
That's good knowledge to know.
it is
before
very
you
good
vote.
knowledge to know.
Right.
Yeah. Your previous the person that was clerk of court before you, Sherry Hazelwood, I think was her name. Yes, and so she was out in November or December. Whenever you took over the interim, when did you say it was? I'm sorry,
November.
November.
Yeah.
So she was taken out of the position, or how do you
She
lose that
was-
position?
She wasn't exactly taken out. She was kind of on a leave, I guess you would say.
On leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then the judge appointed me as interim because she was obviously not able to be in the office. So,
Right. So you've been
There
there-
was some personal things that she was going through. Or
Yeah,
something
you know,
like
if you're from Patrick County, you have read the newspaper, or mainly Patrick County News, Facebook, Martinsville Bulletin, and so there was some things we're probably not going to get into. If you are
no need to. I don't,
no
I don't-
need to,
no need to at
right,
all.
right. She's gone, and
And we have someone doing the job.
that's been doing working in the office since 2017. So you've been doing there 6 years. So you've been there 6 years. So yeah. So what made you decide to run?
well, I don't want to be
Besides-
anywhere else.
You don't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah, I love what I do. I love helping people out when they come in. And it's hard to believe, but I am the one with the longest tenure there,
Really?
which doesn't sound like a lot, but
Well, 6 years is 6 years. I mean,
yeah.
And a person that wants to stay in the community and be a part of the community.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people get a position only to to leave and get another position in a bigger, county or a bigger city. But when you have somebody that wants to keep their home base there,
Right.
that's worth a vote as well.
So can we dive in a little bit of your personal life? Because Patrick County people are personal.
Sure.
I mean, they want to know all about you.
I've got nothing to hide.
Nothing
They'll talk about you.
So what got you into, you hard rentals? Mm-hmm. Patrick County High School.
Yes, sir.
What year did you graduate?
2013.
Really? So you're young and
I am.
yeah, I'm a 1996 graduate of Patrick County High School. Yeah, I'm
Well, we were
really
just
old.
talking about your eyesight, right?
Yeah.
We don't talk about eyesight around me.
We try not to talk about old people around.
I've got
old
glasses
people.
everywhere. You just pick up glasses. You need glasses. What are you gonna do?
There's more of it.
There's more.
I might be needing this. Yeah.
Those are good. No, those are prescription. You're not gonna do any.
So you graduated in 2013. Where'd you go?
My son graduated. I had a son graduate in 2013.
Yeah, we graduated together.
Yeah. Now I'm
Neat.
really old.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay.
She could be your daughter. It's old enough
Thanks.
to be your daughter.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's just,
Appreciate that.
that's crazy, ain't it?
I love it.
So anyway, 2013, you graduate Patrick County High School. Where'd you go? Where'd you go then? What was your ambition? I guess I would say.
My ambition was physical therapy, so I went to East Tennessee State
Nice.
right out of high school.
Right.
Was extremely homesick.
Is that near Bristol, Kingsport? Where's that
It's,
at?
Johnson City.
Johnson City. Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, I got extremely homesick, so I decided to transfer to Radford,
Yeah.
and that still didn't work because my home is Patrick County. That's where my
Right.
heart is, so I came back home.
Nice.
Then I got the job at the clerk's office, and
What,
here we are.
what was your job when you started in 2017? What was you weren't the clerk of court,
Right.
obviously, but you were,
I was actually hired part-time.
okay.
So I was what we call the front counter girl,
Oh.
recording deeds, helping folks when they come in.
I can't
with
believe I
anything they
hadn't
need.
seen you.
You got to
because-
start somewhere.
Yeah,
right.
I've been up there several times. I've got my concealed carry license, and I guess you just wasn't there when I was there, but maybe I probably saw you and just didn't.
Yeah, maybe you didn't put
Didn't
the
put
face
two
to
and
it.
two together. Yeah, because when you first go in, there's a deputy there.
Uh-huh.
Y'all got some security.
Yeah, we're
up
actually
under the-
trying to revamp that. So.
Really?
Yeah.
What do we mean? What are you doing? What are you doing with that revamping? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, y'all may have heard last year we had a lady come in that was a little bit upset and trying to get past security and up
Really?
to the judge. So
Okay.
we're trying to put in some more secure things, secure doors and bulletproof glass and
Really?
I need that down at Boyce Holland for Tremaine Hilton.
Yeah, Maine.
He gets, Maine. He's my security.
Is he your security?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
They
is.
come in
He is the
aggravated,
security.
but he's good.
He is good.
So they have metal detectors up there, right? You walk through the metal detectors, anything goes off.
Yeah, and the deputy, as soon as you go under the
Deputies, as soon as
stairs,
you're there, right?
that kind of freaked me out because when I first went up to I was like, where in the courthouse is this? In the bottom of the courthouse. Come under the steps. I was like, under the steps of the courthouse? What? And it's really nice. I mean, they got a couple of doors there. You go into the doors under the steps of the original courthouse of Patrick County, right there located in Stewart, which used to be Taylorsville. You go in, and then there's a deputy that meets you, and you clean out your pockets, and you talk a little stuff.
raise your shirt.
Raise your shirt up. They check you out, and then you get to go in and see the ladies. Yeah,
That's right.
And y'all are the ladies.
We are the ladies.
You are the ladies, and you've been the intern one.
Now, it's been very useful to myself. There's been a lot of deed work that I've needed to look up, land rights and easements and stuff that I've had to look up throughout the year, and it's just a great place to get that information. Could
Right.
really help you out in a court case. We had some trees that were cut on our property, and went up there and spent a day. Great help you have up there. The ladies were helping me
Absolutely.
finding what books to look up.
Very
and,
helpful.
Very helpful.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
we got what we needed to get out of the information, and it's just amazing that this stuff was documented 80 years ago, and I was able to find it.
It's pretty cool stuff. It's
right.
very interesting sometimes.
Very interesting.
Especially when you get into the handwritten deeds.
Right.
Right. And do you have anybody that's ever just come up there and do research? Can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to be doing that stuff. I love some Patrick County.
You
It's
can look up
my
anything.
home. away from home.
Now you can't take pictures of it. You got to buy copies
Right.
of what you get. You got to leave the cameras or the phones with the deputy up front that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's worth that. That was like 12 cents or something. I don't know. It was
50 cents a page.
Was it 50 cents? I didn't.
50
I didn't
cents
have
now.
spare change on me, and she was like, "Oh, don't forget about it." You know, it's good. I probably got her in trouble.
Do employees get a discount? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They'll never know.
Now, was Miss Hazelwood, was she clerk of court when you come on in 2017?
I was actually hired by Susan Gasparini.
Gasparini. Okay. Yes, that's the one who helped me out.
She hired me, and then shortly after I was hired, she retired.
Yeah.
Now she was there. How many years was she?
Oh, she was there
for as long as I could remember.
Right. I remember her back in the day.
Right.
I've always had that Gasparini because that's one of those names that's not really Patrick County.
Yeah, you know that name.
Oh yeah,
You
Yankee
kind of
name.
remember. Yeah, you remember the. Yeah, remember the Yankee name. I did. I mean, that's really the reason why. So Susan hired you. You was part time, and then when did you go full time? You kind of enjoyed what you were doing.
Oh
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
said,
I loved it from the beginning. It's just something about working with different people every day. You know,
Right.
we learn something new every day there.
oh yeah.
Well, there's different people that come to you with different issues and different problems, and then you have
So you got that challenge.
thousands and thousands of pages to look at. I mean, just
I can imagine.
it's amazing.
I've seen all the paperwork. Well, I haven't seen all the paperwork, but I've seen some of the filing cabinets y'all keep that stuff in. I mean, it's like safes of stuff.
Yeah.
Just mountains of paperwork from 1791.
We're getting to where we're running out of room to keep everything now.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Have they ever thought about maybe moving over into the administration building, which I like calling the Veterans Memorial Building, which is what it is?
Right. No, I haven't heard any talk of that.
Kind of sticking. Will you be in charge of that? I mean, well, you're the interim now, so you kind of are. But once you get fully elected, would you be in charge? Having
think
you could
that's more of a
have a
county
say.
thing.
You'll be the boss, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that stuff would still have to go through the board of supervisors.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Kind of.
I think the judge has a
Judges
big
kind of
say.
sit in it. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Well, so you were there, 2017, part time. When did you go full time?
Shortly after that, when Miss Hazelwood was elected November of 2017, she put me on as full time.
Nice. She's a good woman to work for. I've heard a lot of good things about her.
She was.
Yeah, I mean, you always get negative press later on, but I've always, even in just knowing her in general through other people, because everybody in Patrick County knows everybody. I mean, we're all pretty much somehow kin to something, and if you're not kin, you get to know them really quick and their names. I've always heard really good things about her. It kind of surprised me when, there was some things in the newspaper about her and on the internet, and I was like, wow, what in the world?
Yeah, she's always been good to me.
Yeah, she's always been good to a lot of people. It's been good to me too. Susan Gasparini was really good to me. She's one that issued me my concealed carry. I've already talked about that, but anyway, I think her name's still on my thing. You get it every 5 years, I believe.
Yeah, well, it's time for you to get another one.
Yeah, just about. Well, this is my second re-up. So as long as Dan Smith and the judge agrees, and maybe I guess you'll be the first. You'll have the signature.
signing it.
You got to sign it. So that'll be cool, man.
That's
I can't
super
wait.
cool.
Yeah,
And
that'll be super cool.
Speaking of that, one of the things I'm working on now is something called Alpha Card, which is a hard plastic concealed permit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's like a credit card, so you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
washing your wallet.
Right. Yeah, I put mine in. My wife has one of those little plastic things. You stick it in, it heats it up, and kind of
Laminate.
it. Yeah.
One of those, one of those plastic things.
plastic things, you laminate it.
Fork.
I'm not into that stuff. I don't think you're supposed to laminate it, though. It says on the back, don't laminate it. But mine, my wallet goes through some serious
Yeah.
tragedy,
yeah.
especially during the year of us motorcycling. I've been wet several times, and wallet's been left here and there, and that's how it goes. But anyway, tell us more about you. Are you married?
I'm not.
You are a single woman.
Single woman.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
27.
27 years old. Yeah, so you're young. Young.
Yeah,
So you
that's
got
not
plenty
always a
of time.
bad thing.
No. Definitely not a bad thing. Just wondering. Where do you know much about your opponents? Like so they've never worked in that office
Right.
in Patrick County. So what are they just? I mean, it's an elective. I mean, it's elected position. So I see where they're jumping on the bandwagon of wanting to be elected for your position.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're the interim, so it is your position right now. Where are they? Do you know anything about like where they come from? Are they Patrick County, or are they just? I mean, I hate to talk about them, but I kind of want to, you know.
Yeah, sure. Nancy Turner Belcher. She works at the Commonwealth
name.
Attorney's
Yeah, Nancy.
office. Yeah, she's their office manager, I believe is her title.
So she works at the what?
Commonwealth Attorney.
Commonwealth Attorney. Stephanie. No, Stephanie's not the Commonwealth Attorney.
Dana Bobbitt.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, we work really closely with them.
Nice.
And Nancy's a sweetheart. She's always been good to me too.
Yeah.
So this, has been a challenge, but
Right.
she's a good person.
Very good person. Just never worked in the clerk of court's office. She's worked for the Commonwealth Attorney.
Yes.
And just running for the position. And who's the other one?
Erica Sipko Wade. She just got married.
Sipco,
So that was,
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen that board on the side of the screen too. Now she's, I believe she's a member of the Stewart Volunteer Fire Department. I think that's where I
Yes.
know her from. Yeah, Sipco.
Yes.
That's another unusual name that you kind of go
Remember.
"Well, yeah, yeah. And what does she do?
She works with Chris Corbett,
Okay.
attorney.
The attorney. Okay, yeah. I know Chris for a long time. He actually graduated with my mother in 76.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So a lot of ties, This
Yeah.
Patrick County is just like, woo, any other questions you want to ask her? I'm trying to think of what else. Well, you got a list of stuff there. What would you like to talk about? I don't want to. I'm trying to think
I was going to
about.
bring up the list later on in the show. We still got
Yeah.
an hour, but
We still
what-
got a
what
while.
do you want to talk
I just
about?
don't want to miss nothing. I want to what she wants to talk about. This is your hour.
This is my hour.
Put you on the spot. Are you still nervous?
She wasn't nervous until you
Until
just
I
said
just
that.
did that. I just
now.
I
It's
just
like,
threw it out
wait a
there.
minute,
Like, what do you
hold
got
up.
going on now here?
Well, I guess I can talk about what I've done so far since my appointment.
Absolutely.
Be
Yeah.
proud of it.
Well, see,
Loud and proud.
right.
Yeah, I'm not
Loud
used
and
to
proud.
bragging on myself.
Because this is going on Patrick County News. I actually know the administrator of that.
You know that guy?
you?
Yeah, I know that dude. Yeah, I've known him for almost 45 years now. Didn't know who he was for a long time, but anyway. He wants to know who he's voting for, and I want to know who I'm voting for. So, yes, please tell us.
Yeah, this is
It's
my
not
favorite thing to
bragging
talk
at
about.
all. If you don't brag about you, I will.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I did as soon as I was appointed was implemented the online payments system for our office.
Oh, yeah.
We used to take about 10 to 15 phone call payments a day, which, as you can imagine, takes a lot of time. So now we're down to
So you'd have to hire somebody to do that, right?
pretty much.
I mean, because
it's
y'all
a
wouldn't
position.
have time to. Yeah, it's a position of answering the phone all day long.
Yeah. So now we're down to about 3 a week.
Nice.
So it freed up a lot of time to
Right.
help the public coming in and doing other various things.
Yes,
That's something to be proud of.
it is.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
all
we
enjoyed that.
are
Efficiency.
efficiency. We are an older community. Patrick County, I've always heard it ever since can remember, as a retirement community. Older folks that own land, have been there their whole lives and stuff like that. So this online stuff, that's kind of a very new, even though we've been into it for 10, 15 years, even though we still don't have good internet in Patrick County. It takes me all day to upload this video. So it's a mess. Hopefully that'll get better. But 17,000 people, you got to take what you got.
Yeah.
We're a very rural county, if not we are one of the ruralest, is it? Ruralest county in Virginia out of the 100 counties that we have. But we,
And we stay there. When
I want to stay there. It's
when
when I
I
come
moved,
back.
When I moved back, there was 17,000 people.
You
Now
added
there's
5.
17. I added 5.
Yeah.
Thanks, Morgan.
Yep.
I added 5, but there's still 17,000.
Chad's making people in Patrick County. Thanks, Chad. I thought Walmart was going to bring in a lot of people, but Chad's actually adding to the...
Okay, guys. Yeah, that's okay. I hear you. That's great.
Thanks, Walmart and Chad, for adding to the population of Patrick County.
Thanks. So what else? Go back to your list.
Sorry,
They're picking
the
on me
list.
tonight.
The
I
list.
ain't got to put up with this.
So we can
crap.
pay online now. That is something we can do from our home. We can do from our phones. We can, you don't have to call up there and take it over the
And then,
telephone.
of course, we still have some older folks that
Right.
don't want to do the online, which is fine, too.
Yeah,
We
and
can-
you don't mind helping them out.
absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
that's what I love about Patrick County.
Yeah. And then I moved on to implemented automated deed numbering and judgments. That's kind of a
You need to hear that in layman's terms because
Yeah.
you just lost me there. We got into some physics, I think.
yeah. I mean, it's just,
Physics. I just crossed.
My what?
it pretty much is. I'll give you kind of the semicircle of how it works.
Thank you.
So defendants go to court, they get sentenced. In Virginia, every defendant is applied certain fines and costs.
Right.
So those fines and costs create a judgment on your record, and we have to record that as well. And
Wow.
with these automatic judgments, we used to have to input all that information and scan the page, and now it's just everything's populated, and all we have to do is click a button.
Kind of digital.
Yeah.
Went to the digital instead of all the paperwork,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I'm
From
trying
what I
to
understand.
modernize a lot of things.
You got to dumb it down for me. I don't know. You and Chad probably could have a great conversation on all this stuff, but you'll have to excuse me a little bit. I'm still signing stuff. I still got checks.
Me too.
Well, it's kind of like what we did at Boyce and Holland. When Dr. Boyce passed, we brought in new computers. He wasn't very computer savvy.
Yeah.
We brought in new lab equipment. He wasn't very lab savvy, and we had to just kind of get up with the times.
Right.
And that by you going through that short list with just a couple, it sounds like that's what you're doing, bringing it up to the times.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Making it more convenient, faster
convenient.
for people.
And then you don't have to hire so many people, because if you're not doing this stuff, then you're going to the board or the judge or whoever the boss is there, and you're saying, well, I need to hire 2 more people. Well, how are we going to come up with that money?
Right.
Sure.
So maybe you just have to work a little bit and dig and be smarter. And it sounds, that sounds like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Did we get the 2-minute warning?
We got the 2. I got the finger.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's 2-minute warning for you. That's the finger for me.
that's okay.
So
happens.
we'll be back.
And we'll talk about more of this list.
Yes,
She's
we need to
doing
get
good
into the
things.
list. I want to know more about her. I'm sorry. It's an interrogation.
That's fine.
Like I said, we see your name on the boards. I keep calling them boards. What are they?
Yard signs.
Yard signs. I keep seeing her
yard
name on
signs.
the yard signs, and I just wanted to know who
She's
you
got
were.
big yard signs, little yard
So,
signs,
right.
yard signs
Look
all
at that.
over the
There
county.
it is right there. Vote.
Look at
Booth at the booth.
There it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
So you got an E at the end of yours. A booth at the booth.
there.
There you go. In 23.
couldn't
So
ask
when
for a
is
better slogan.
actually November
7th.
7th? There we go. It'll be a Tuesday. So cool deal. All right. Well, we'll be right back after this to talk some more to Miss Morgan Boothe. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Thank you. And we're back. Thank you for joining us. We are here once again on the Be Real podcast with Miss Morgan Boothe. She's running for clerk of court here in over there. We're in Martinsville right now. Patrick County, Virginia, which is our home.
That is.
And I've been seeing yard signs with her name on it.
You learn the name of them.
Yes,
That's good.
yard signs, billboards, whatever. They're not billboards. They're yard signs, right? Billboards are like we don't have no billboards in Patrick County. Thank the Lord.
Hopefully there's a law that says they can't have.
Yeah, I hope so. I like looking at the mountains and the wildlife and the stuff. I had a raccoon run out from me this afternoon, and I was just like, Patrick County.
I was more impressed with your deer story. The
baby
night before.
deers. Yeah, last night I think it was. Yeah.
Little Bambi.
Baby deers.
2 of them.
2 itty bitty baby deers. Oh, yeah, I got 3 chihuahuas. It's probably people have heard if they watched our podcast. And let them out for their nightly run, their last run, and let them do what they need to do.
Leg lifting.
Squatting. And turned around. Well, I heard my little puppies. And I turned around. There's 2 baby. them things wasn't like this. I mean, super baby. Sometimes when you say, I seen a baby deer, they're the, little calf looking things. These things could barely walk. I mean, they probably were just born. How old do you think they were?
Yeah, they were 2
4
days.
weeks, 2 days?
Yeah, 2-3
Yeah,
days.
because
They were young.
They were super young. They were just like this.
They weren't learning how to.
Yeah, they were still spread-legged and looking at me like, don't let them kill me. And I was like, dog, get up here. So I got the dogs in. And
We had
Mama would have killed all of us.
a little wildlife story over the weekend too. Katie went out to take care of her chickens. Her and the boys go out every night to make sure that the chicken cage is shut so the foxes don't get in there.
Oh, yeah.
So she went out there and
You got some fox issues?
we got bad foxes. That happens.
Yeah.
You have
Well,
chickens.
they love chickens.
Right.
I like chickens too.
But she was out there and she came walking in and it wasn't 10 minutes later. She goes, "Is that a bear?" And she looks out there by the chicken house and there was a
Really?
huge, this guy was big.
Really?
This guy was big.
Oh,
For
I saw that. Yeah.
for
You seen
a
that picture
black
of the
bear,
driveway.
this thing was big. It headed up to your house. I don't know if
great.
you've seen it or not, but it was
No.
headed in that direction. I didn't stop it, so
Hey, where are you going?
going to Morgan's. Okay, that's good.
Time to vote yet?
It's a little bit scary, with the little
Right.
kids there.
Things are
Not
huge.
that they're aggressive, especially the black bear, but it's overwhelming when you have little kids, 2, 3, 4 years old. The bears were running around.
Yeah,
but-
we had two run through our yard probably about 5 years ago. Caught them on camera, but the dogs were going nuts. I was like, "What are they barking at? Shut up! There's nothing out there."
My dog was laying on the porch.
Yeah, go back and look at the cameras, and you see two big bears just shoot through the yard. I mean, huge suckers, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that's why they were barking." Thank you, puppies.
Well, this year the wildlife has just been outrageous with them working on the mountain. They're just
Shooting everything down
running
there.
out of room.
Yeah,
You know.
running down our way. So, Miss Morgan, we're gonna get back to your list. Before we get into that, though, you sent me some pictures. We got some pictures. We want to
pictures?
take a look at
I'm
there.
surprised-
I think you want to do some shout outs to
Is that your crew that you were talking about?
That's some of my booth crew.
Yeah, booth crew.
booth crew.
Yeah.
I like it.
And this picture, we were actually at a benefit breakfast for somebody very special to me. But these shirts, I did want to give a shout out. My friend Ashley Dowling actually drew these.
Can you zoom into the shirts, or is that
Oh, you can't do
just? I didn't
that.
know
Might
for
not.
you
You
can't
can't
do
do
it. I'm
that.
sorry.
But you'll see them out and about in the county.
Yeah.
So who are these people?
I think I'm
Name
gonna
them
get
all.
one.
Name
Do
them
a
all?
shout out. Yeah.
Okay, well, left to right, Susan Harbor, Lisa Michaels, who actually works in the office with me.
Nice.
Um,
So
Lace-
she's got your back.
she's got my back.
Cool.
Lacey Harris, that's our little mascot in the middle. That's Walker.
I was wondering who he was.
And then there's me and Ashley Harris, and then Brittany Harbor on the end.
Now,
Nice.
you said that she works there at the.
Yes, she's
With
our
you.
She's our probate clerk.
So you have people that are, you're in the position already.
Intern.
Right. You're in the position already. You have the people that work there supporting you. Obviously, they're there. That just seems like a good combination.
Right.
You know?
If you're working with somebody and they support you,
Right.
that means something.
Because
Yeah.
none of my employees at Boys and Holland would support me on anything. They hate my guys. I'm joking. That's
Yeah,
a joke.
I actually have the support
I
of,
love 'em
of
all.
everybody.
I love them all. They're great people.
All in their individual ways.
Right. So I heard pictures. You
Some
got
more.
what do
yeah,
you got?
we got a few more there. What's this right here?
This is me talking to a stellar gentleman at the PCMA
Okay.
event a few weeks ago.
So you've been out politicking.
Yeah, we've been trying to hit all the festivals and
Right. You want to get your name out.
yeah.
That's where you run into the locals that are gonna, vote for you.
Right.
right.
That's how you do it.
Get out
Then you
there.
get on a podcast and that nobody watches, and you're just like, what?
Right. Like, what county? No, we're gonna do some good here.
Right. We're going to help,
We
help you
help
out as
out.
best as we
Yeah, I
can.
appreciate that.
Yes. Yes.
This is me swearing in our new judicial assistant, Casey Nowlin. And I just like this picture because you can see the kind of character of the courtroom upstairs.
Right.
You're swearing in that person?
I am. The clerk swears in.
Oh.
Can you swear me in on something?
For what?
I don't know.
Just Patrick
the
County
Be
citizen.
Realist
Yeah, the Be Realist podcaster.
citizen of Patrick County,
Right.
or something. I just want to be sworn in. That was.
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
think I've
cool.
ever been sworn in.
I like
Put
that.
your hand on the Bible.
I will do that.
Yes.
But anyhow, that's
Yes.
a cool picture.
That is a cool picture. All right.
This
Women.
is
The whole gang.
Yeah, this
Is
this
that Bud
gang.
Light? What is that?
Bud Light. What
Oh,
do you-
no, it's books. I'm
What?
sorry. I thought that was cases of Bud Light. I'm sorry. Sorry.
In the
I thought
corner.
yeah, I didn't know what was
Not in the-
happening.
Not in the court.
This is actually when we got some marriage license from the 1800s preserved. And,
Wow.
yeah, they sent them back in these. I don't really know their process, but they send them to the lab and put chemicals on them and
Oh,
vacuum
preserve
seal
them.
Yeah.
That is neat. So y'all got this back and you took a picture
Yeah.
from the 1800s.
Yeah, we had to brag about it a
Wow.
little bit.
Now, are these ever going to go digital where we could not?
Hopefully. It's
Yeah.
a long, expensive
That would be a
process.
very long, expensive process. But I would love to see some of those records without me having to come up there and go through all those Bud Light cases. Just
I don't
saying.
know. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah,
like
I do
going to the
too. I
library.
love the researching and stuff like that. We had Tom Perry on here. I don't know if
I
you saw
saw
that
that.
show.
I saw
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows besides the Willards. I love all our shows, but
But the history stuff,
the
I
Patrick
love
County,
that.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've read a lot of his
collect it.
books.
I got the I run the Patrick County Archive on Facebook, just where I've tried to collect different photos and put them on there. I got a lot from Marvin King and Dean Goad and Tom Perry and Charlie Bowman and just anybody. If you got pictures of Patrick County, let me know. I will get a copy of them. I will not take your photo. I will get a copy, and I would love to share it with other people. It brings back memories,
Yeah.
and so I can imagine all those books right there contain so many different.
A lot of history.
Yeah, is it marriage certificates, deeds?
Those specifically were marriage.
Those were
certificates.
specifically marriage. Cool.
And what do they do? They gas. They
They put some kind
gas
of
in them, and then
chemical-
they airtight them. Or
Fill them up and make sure they last. Well, that's great. That's great because I imagine a bunch of them were probably falling apart.
Yeah.
1791 was a long time ago.
We had several with mold indications.
Oh,
so
man.
we had to get those taken care of.
Yeah. So I'm glad somebody stepped up and was that you? Stepped up and done that? Or was it a collection of everybody doing
Yeah,
it?
that's right.
That's cool. All right. Some more photos here. I love photos.
This is me with the Patrick Springs Ruitons.
Yeah.
there's Wilbur Walker.
Recognize some of those fellers.
Yeah, they invited me out and they eat really good. So
Oh yeah, I've heard they eat really good. We've got invited to some meetings. We've been extremely busy, and can't get out to them. But I've heard that they put on some meals.
yeah.
Well, I think half of them are part of the Cattlemen's Association too.
Yeah,
so
Wilbur
they
Walker, man, he's known for his
They
steaks.
put some steaks down.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
known
that.
for his steaks and stuff around Patrick County. Yeah, a good fellow there. What else we got going on? Oh, there's all kinds of. What is that?
This is I was invited to the new clerk orientation in March in Richmond. And these are
This was like a couple months ago, two or three.
yeah. These are the new clerks of Virginia.
Really?
So
Oh,
I'm among a lot of young clerks.
right.
It looks like it. Yeah.
A lot of young clerks. That's cool. Well, you want, and I hope you get the position.
You want to start young so they could grow in the position, and that they have
Right, and like
they've been there for years.
like me
You
and
know, that's
you-
when you know stuff.
yeah, like me and you talked about during the break. Susan Gasparini was up there forever,
Right.
and it's nice when you can go up there and you know the person. That's why I love about Patrick County. I used to live in, moved away for a while, lived in Winston, lived in Kernersville, and had some kids in Kernersville, and they were going to school, and I didn't know the teachers. I didn't know, but up here in Patrick County, you knew the years. I mean, teachers taught up here for years. I
Right.
had teachers that my mom had for teachers. I mean, it was just it keeps carrying on, and so I love that the younger crowd can get in there, and if they love their job, which it looks like you do, the way you talk about it, I know you do without even saying it. It carries on, and we know you. And so it's nice to have a name when you go up there instead of just like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm getting frisked by an officer. Got to put all my stuff down and go in here. It was nice knowing Gasparini. I never met Hazelwood, but so now I know you.
Yeah.
And I know you'll definitely be the next clerk of court. But
That is a great thing of Patrick County. To live in Patrick County, Katie and I have had opportunities to move elsewhere.
right.
But it always comes down to where our kids go to school.
yeah.
You know, the teachers. Now, we did see a big change. Some of the teachers have retired, and there's young ones. But like
Right.
Katie was saying, those younger ones are ones she went to school with.
Right.
Or a few years older, you still knew their mother, or their mother
Their
was
families,
a teacher.
where they're from, where they live.
You know they're good people.
Like you said, you
Right.
was from Stewart, and I was like, okay. And you just said all of a sudden Patrick Springs. I was like, yeah, that's what I want to hear. You know, Patrick Springs is. Everybody can say there. You know, we go out riding motorcycles. We're all over the East Coast,
And that's where
mainly
we
Southern.
introduce ourselves.
Yeah,
From
where
Stewart.
y'all from? Stewart, Virginia. And then most of them are like, what? Martinsville, about 30 miles away. Oh yeah, I know Martinsville.
NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR.
Right.
And so, yeah, but you know, when you're in Patrick County, you know Patrick Springs, you know Woolwine, you know Ararat, you know all those Claudeville and all the little small spots in between all those other places. So this is going out to the Patrick County people. It'd also be seen here on BTW 21 in Martinsville and Henry County, and I'm sure most of those people know the area also.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be able to vote, but it's for entertainment purposes.
Right, for entertainment purposes only. Look at me again. Here's the goofy. So we got some more pictures up there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, another courtroom picture?
Yeah, this is the back side of the courtroom. This is actually the circuit court clerk in Carroll County, Mr.
Oh, really?
Goad. Yeah.
Okay.
He's came down a couple times to help us out. This particular day was when we implemented the new jury program, and he kind of showed us around that program a little bit, showed us the functions and how to use them in a real life.
So neighbors helping neighbors.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I've made a lot of friends with this.
Right, right. Well, you've been there again 6 years, going on 6 years. And so it's, you know, it's nice that you have those connections. So
Absolutely.
you can call up and say, hey, you know, we
Yeah.
got this. We'd like to implement this.
It's a little insurance on your knowledge. You know, you
Right.
have people that know things, and that's how you learn things.
Right.
Right.
And that's why they make the big bucks.
Big bucks.
Well, they make some bucks. And that's why you elect them, because they know what they're doing. They've been there.
This is Booth's booth.
Booth.
Yeah, this is us at the Strawberry Festival a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is our other little mascot, Baby Jack, right there on the table. He's got his own
I'm loving these
personalized onesie.
mascots.
Right.
Right.
You can't beat the babies.
Right. It's all
I
about
could have filled your
babies.
table. You didn't ask me.
These are laid right across that table right there, Chad.
I'll get y'all both shirts and y'all can
Woohoo!
pose for
Right.
us.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Anybody extra in there you want to
Yeah, shout out to you.
shout out to there?
Let's see. Okay, from left to right again. Taylor Altizer, Ashley Harris. That's my mom, Brenda.
There's Brent.
Oh, nice.
That's Lisa Michaels again in the middle. Lacey Harris, Jenna Turner, and Lindsay Nallen.
Yeah. So Brenda Booth.
Brenda Booth,
Oh yeah. What's the dad's name there?
Tony.
Tony Booth.
Tony's my man.
Shout out to Tony Booth.
He's my buddy. I like him a
There you
lot.
go. Is there anybody not in the pictures that you'd like to shout out to?
Yeah.
Or maybe we're getting ready to get to them. I think maybe that's one of the last pictures. We got.
Yeah, I can't even
That's that it? Yeah, I was thinking.
I have so many. I can't.
I know you
not
don't want to leave
possibly name
nobody
them.
out. I know I'm the same way. I've always left Mary out just about of every podcast. So shout out to my wife. The roast was
important one.
delicious yesterday.
I seen a
she's
picture of
most
that.
important.
I seen a picture of that
Oh
roast.
man, when she's got the day
the
off,
roast
she can't
and the
sit still.
potatoes and the-
Yeah, she can't sit still. She's like, she's like, what do you want for supper? I said, I don't know. She's like, I got thawed out a raw roast, potatoes and carrots. She's like, yeah, some other stuff too. I was like,
Yeah.
she's got the
good.
day off. Yeah, love it when she has the day off. All right, let's get to the list. Sorry, enough about me.
Okay. Well, I kind of talked about the jury management program.
Yeah.
We put that into place.
They helped you from Carroll County.
Yeah, they
Cool.
came down from Carroll to help us out with that.
Nice.
The cool thing about that is, before this program, we used to cut strips of paper with juror names and literally pull them out of a box to select
Really?
the jury pool. So This is definitely my
Wow.
Wow. Welcome to
really?
Patrick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's neat, though.
Yeah.
I've never been pulled out of a hat. I've always wanted to get jury duty. I've got
Wow. We never hear that.
yeah. I mean, I just want to. I'm a crime enthusiast or whatever. I want like some kind of major case, and I want to be like, I will be honest.
You won't put. You won't.
But
be
I
put
won't.
on the-
Yeah,
no,
I won't
you'll
be.
get something.
Yeah, it'll be
lame.
something. Yeah, they don't want nobody honest on it. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. No. I'm sure there's a lot of honest people in the jury. I apologize, my peers. But anyway, I would love it. I would.
It is pretty interesting.
It is.
I wish I could do it, but
Yeah. Also, that excludes you, I guess. You can't.
It does.
Well, man. Well, I'm not excluded, but you are. It kind of bites. But anyway. All right.
I mean, those are
So no more hat drawings.
right. No more hat drawings.
So what is it now? Is it the little meme that it spin the wheel? Bingo. B21. B21.
Oh me.
Darn it, that ain't me.
Yeah, this program actually allows us to scan a barcode with every.
So everybody's got a barcode?
Yeah, everybody's got a barcode, and we scan
Get that
and-
tattoo.
Can I
down
get
there.
my barcode?
Yeah.
That would be cool. So if y'all if I got the tattoo with the barcode and you scanned it,
I could scan
Daniel
your arm.
Quisenberg?
you could scan my arm and it would tell you that I'm a resident of Patrick County
I don't know if it
and
works
my
like
address and everything. That would be kind of, I got a barcode, man.
That would be cool.
That would. Anyway, sorry. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. But I mean, yeah,
Borderline.
those are the bigger things.
See, you just made him today. Wait, just wait.
Hold up.
Hold up. This is Be Real. Go ahead.
Y'all are wild.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like I said, those are the bigger things that I've done so far. I've got several plans. We have the Supreme Court coming down at the end of June to help us go live with a program called CIS, which is Case Imaging System, which is where we can actually scan every document that comes into our office instead of filing it into a hard file. When somebody calls asking for a certain document, we can pull it up right there on our computers instead of hunting the file.
Kind of what we were talking about earlier. Instead of going backwards, it's from everything now till the future.
And just
You'll start scanning.
efficiency. The
Yes.
efficiency that she seems to be
Saving
bringing
paper.
in just a year's time is great.
Right.
Yeah.
What other plans you got?
And then the Alpha cards, I've already talked a little bit about that. We have the machine. I'm just waiting for the software to come in now. So hopefully in the next couple months, we'll have those cards ready.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the back scanning of the deeds.
Oh, wow.
That's the major project.
Yeah.
And I would like to take that on through a 8-year term,
Wow.
hopefully. But
Yeah. Is this what this term is? So when they vote you in November, is it 8 years?
8 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I think there's a reason for that because
It's a
it
job.
takes a long time to learn just the
Right.
basic.
Well, I think that's why you're one. I mean, the best that I've heard candidate for the job so far is that the work that you've already put into it. That
You already know.
And
Sure
you already
knows.
know. You already going to different places and meeting with different people, and if we vote for somebody else, we just have to backtrack
Start
and
over.
start all over. I don't
Training.
think that's it, right?
Train them to do the job when you've already.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what I've been saying. Would you
Right.
rather me train somebody to do it or let me just do it?
So
like
then,
Chad said, start
okay,
all the way over.
we can start all over. What happens now if
6 years of experience.
right? What happens now if, let's say, somebody else gets elected? Do you lose your position where you are? Do you?
I'll have my position vacant, so I could slide back into that if they choose to, and if I choose to.
So they'll be in charge of your position, basically.
Yes.
But so you would be training somebody to do your job if
Most likely.
somebody else gets elected.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just not how it works,
Right.
or shouldn't work.
It shouldn't work like that, but that's why she's on here, so we know. You know? I wanted to know. And she's not paying for this, by the way. This is not paid for by Morgan Boothe for candidate or
Wait,
whatever.
it's not.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I ain't
okay.
got no money out
Shut
of
her
it.
down, Shania. Just shut her down.
I would like to have I do want a T-shirt. No, just kidding. I don't have to have a T-shirt, but I do collect stuff like that. I got some old Danny Smith when he was running for sheriff the first time, buttons and stuff like that.
You act like that was a long time ago.
It's been a while.
Oh,
I
man.
think he's running again this year unopposed, and I think it's been Lordy, it's been several years he's been in there, several, which we have an awesome sheriff. It's great.
I agree.
Not complaining
We got
at
some
all.
cool black cars now. Have you seen those?
They're all going to be black,
man,
from what I heard.
Those are wild.
Really?
They're all going to be black.
They're intimidating.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
Somebody I know got pulled over, and he had a black vehicle, and he was like, "Wow!" They started talking about the car, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got one of the first ones. They're all supposed to be black." So yeah, we've dealt with white.
But I think they're just wrapping them. Like
that's
NASCAR does.
Oh, okay.
With those little wraps.
It's pretty interesting. It's neat.
They look
Something
good.
different.
I like it.
Something new for Patchett County. I think we've had white ones forever, from what I remember.
Remember the brown ones?
I do. Oh
Those are
yeah,
cool,
I've seen
right?
pictures. Now
What do
I
you
don't.
mean?
I
ain't
don't
that old.
remember.
Come on.
I was really young when they had the brown ones. No, I remember Jay Gregory. He's shared some. He's a good friend. Shared some pictures with me. I remember the brown.
Yeah, he's
the brown
great. He
vehicles,
comes
yeah.
in. He uses Boyce Holland, but he's been a great friend. I get my chickens off him.
Really?
Yeah, he's a chicken breeder.
Chicken man.
He's a chicken man.
Chicken Man, Jay Gregory. Shout out Chicken Man. All right.
His
Sorry.
father was a goat man.
Really?
No, they did
Oh,
other
he's got
things.
goats too.
They did other things,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying what I got off them.
Was
Chickens and goats.
Chickens and goats. Mr. Gregory.
It's good
All
to
right.
know people. Anyway,
Sorry, Miss Booth.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, that's really
That's pretty much it.
Right.
that's pretty much it. I did want to mention.
Absolutely.
As soon as I was appointed, I got a lot of requests for the land transfers to be put back in the enterprise. So we did that, and I've got a lot of praise for that. as
So
well.
why were they removed? Well, they once were in there, and then they were removed. Was there a reason behind their removal?
I'm not sure of the reason. That was
Budgeting or something, maybe.
previous administration.
The enterprise probably just wanted money, and they're like, "No, we're not doing
They
it."
like money. That's for sure.
I don't know the reason, but they're back in there now. So
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
where they should be.
that's
That's
something cool.
informational.
Right. Yeah. I mean, where else you going to get it?
Right.
Especially if you not into the online stuff, which some people are still not. That paper's nice to hold.
yeah,
Nice to
people
hold.
want to know who their neighbors are.
Right. Right. And what transfers and who's there and who got arrested and all
Some
that
people
good stuff.
don't want to know who their neighbors are.
Yeah, as long as if I read their names in the newspaper, I'm good. But as far as them coming up to my house, no. We've talked about that before. This day of the door to door. Have you been going to people's houses and?
have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've hit a few streets so far.
Really, a few streets.
I actually
there.
enjoy that more than the festivals. It feels
the
more
festivals. Yeah,
feels more personable.
it does. We got quite a few more coming up. I think it's the Apple Dumpling Festival and stuff like that coming up before the election.
Beach music, the Peach Festival.
Man, we do
Oh, yeah,
some,
Peach Festival.
we do some festivals.
Now, you
up
going
there.
to the beach music? I think that's next weekend, June 8th, 9th,
That
10th,
sounds
something like
right.
that. Yeah, I think it's next
Second weekend in
second
June.
weekend of June. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we'll be there with our
Right.
little booth.
Yeah,
Booth at the booth.
Booth
right.
at the booth.
I don't go. I won't see you, but, hey, wish you the best.
Thank you.
A lot of good people go there and have a good time and, get
That'll
away.
be a fun one.
It is a fun one. And I think it's very cost effective. You can go to the beach. We've went every year to the spring rally, bike spring rally, and you can spend some major money just even in gas trying to get there if they have gas. Right. Went down there one year and they didn't even have any gas. We had to wait in line for an hour and a half for 87.
Was that the gas shortage?
That was the gas shortage of the COVID situation, I believe, or something. I don't know what was going on. Ever since Biden's been in office or President Brandon's been in office, it's just been a turmoil as far as anything. But anyway, back to Miss Booth. I'm sorry.
So what's the
So
plan now?
you don't go on Democrat and Republican, right?
No.
Clerk of Court's just
We
they
don't-
are who they are.
Yeah, we don't get into the political parties.
Thank you. That's great. So the only political
And it really should be that way
Right.
in any local government, anyways, to be honest with
right. We shouldn't have the
you. We should all be
junk
there
that
for
what's
our
his name
community.
started up.
Oh, he did start that crap up, didn't he?
Yeah, he started that
We're going
junk
to leave that
up.
alone.
We'll leave that alone for now.
Anyhow,
Miss Booth,
November? Is that
November 7th.
November 7th?
Yeah.
What's your plan from now till then to get as many people involved with what you're doing?
Hitting the doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hitting the doors.
that's right.
I
So
have
you
one-
got something on the side of the cars, a magnet or something, so they know
I
who's
don't
knocking
have
on the
that
door.
yet. I have little packets made up with magnets and matches.
Matches.
Yeah, my friend Brittany has a Cricut, so we made
Oh, neat.
that logo Bo Booth at the booth on some matches. So
Oh, that's cool.
bringing it back to
Got to get
some
some of
vintage.
those too.
Right.
Yeah, vintage, big time.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
so
just like if
passing
you
those
pull
out.
up in somebody's yard, how they know that it's because not everybody, the day of the door-to-door salesman is dead.
It's a little bit scary sometimes.
Yeah,
but
I would say.
I'm trying to bring somebody along with me that knows the area.
Okay,
That lives in the neighborhood.
that
So,
helps.
yeah,
right.
good icebreaker too.
Yeah, very good icebreaker. And you want to leave? I just got the finger again.
Really?
I constantly get the finger, which is okay. But you got something you want to say? Final words, I guess, for the podcast, not final words for your life. But do you have any final words, Miss Booth?
Yeah, I kind of just want to leave the people who still aren't sure who to vote for, leave you with 3 thoughts. The first one is I am the interim clerk now, like we said before.
Since November,
Yeah,
you've been
since
there over 6
November.
years.
That's
6
valuable.
years.
Very valuable.
I will have been doing the clerk job for a year at the time of the election.
Nice.
So that's the first point. Second is I'm the only candidate that has ever worked in that office.
That's a major one to me.
Right.
And then the third, I have the full public support of all my coworkers. And
That's
I think
great.
that speaks volumes.
That really speaks volumes. We saw pictures of some of them. And yeah, that's awesome. That's good stuff. Well, it was good meeting you for the very first time.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it.
Yes.
Good seeing you again,
Good
Dave.
seeing you.
Hopefully, we'll see you at the pool or sometime this
Yeah.
summer. Yep.
There you go. The pontoon.
No,
On the
I
pontoon.
I did see Brenda and Tony out. What day was it? The other day. I can't remember what day it was. When we went to the bowling alley.
Oh,
And I
really?
told them about the pontoon that we're all going to have to go out on the boat. Katie got her a boat. So it's on now.
The families get the boat.
All right.
So it's on like Donkey Kong. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Hope
you
it
so much.
remains, political stuff can get a little dicey sometimes. So I haven't heard anything bad. I haven't heard anything, a lot of good stuff. Like I said, I saw your name on the side of the road. Thought I'd reach out to you and invite you to come to the
I'm so
podcast.
glad you did.
Well, we're Patrick County boys. We have a show here in Martinsville, but we try to represent the best of our ability to be real from Patrick County. And I'm hopefully people that are watching this now, we answered a lot of their questions. I'm sure you're available on Facebook where I've reached you.
Yes.
Morgan Boothe.
I'll take all the questions
All
you
the
got.
questions you got. So I'm sure we didn't cover everything because I'm not that bright, but I try in my little life. And sometimes
But
I'm still working
think,
on it.
I really think people should vote within. As a business owner, you kind of promote within. You kind of hire within. You hire a manager within.
Right.
You know, you don't
You
go
wouldn't-
looking for somebody that doesn't know the job to fill that shoes.
Would you as a business owner, Chad, and you own a veterinary office, would you hire somebody right out of McDonald's to come in there and work? Or would you hire somebody from, say, Kings Mountain that's been there 6 years?
Right. I'd hire somebody. I would train somebody that has already been there, doing the grind, doing the hard work, to move
Proving
on up and
themselves.
proving themselves.
They're the intern.
and that's what she's done.
She's done
So we got to leave. Y'all be real and come on back.
Be real. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.